join you, Constellations. Make some noise, everyone.
It's 23 or 24 remote communities. They're fly-in communities, and the students come here for high school.
This afternoon we were doing a mentorship at the DFC, which was a workshop.
We started passing paper around, and each person, if they felt good about it, they would put down a line.
Morning keeps coming back. Morning keeps coming back. I can't stand the taste.
The bravery within that room to leave your community so that you can further yourself, and so that you can get the education that every other student in the country takes for granted is humbling, to say the least.
I like to sing, and I've always been singing, but I never really written a song before. So it was like one of my first times today. It was awesome. When it says like Constellations, and they come together with broken hearts, it's kind of like how our school is. It's like we're one here, and we're just a big family.
Constellations right over a broken heart.
I'm Natoya Pemmican, I'm OG Cree, and I'm in my boarding home. I'm from Deer Lake First Nation. It's a reserve closer to the Manitoba border. We don't have in high school where I'm from, so we have to come out for grade 10, 11, and 12.
In a lot of ways, it's still the legacy of the residential schools is still with us. That even though parents are not forced to send their kids to school, or kids are not being forcibly removed from their communities, they don't have a choice if they want to go out to high school, that they have to leave.
Okay, so we're here. My reserve is way over here.
It's challenging for any child to leave their supports, to leave their parents, to leave their family, just the natural supports that are around you, and to be placed in a place like Swillico or Thunder Bay without those supports is challenging, and that's something that we need to try to address.
I remember the first time I came to Thunder Bay, it was for Canadian Kid exhibition. It's like a carnival thing. And I remember being so overwhelmed with all the lights and all the people, and I was like, I want to go home.
Tell me about this place.
You hear all these stories about what happens to students who come out and all the racism that we're faced with. Some reserves are actually saying that you can't come out here unless you're 18 or over. My reserve's not doing that, but a lot of the parents are saying, I don't want my children going to Thunder Bay. My parents said that too, but I pushed. I just decided to come because I want to graduate and I want to be somebody one day, I want to have a good job, I want to have a future. I went to driving school. My dad paid for it because he wanted me to be able to drive and not take the bus. It's a dash cam. It records everything. My dad got it, so when I'm driving around, I always have it on, and just in case. So if the police pull me over, I can tell them I have it and it is recording.
there's just systemic racism right across the board, whether it's at the education system, at the hospital, with the police, and those are, I think, real concerns that we have, and that's something that we need the city of Thunder Bay to acknowledge, that these are real issues before we can begin to address them. The mayor, the city council, or the city of the Thunder Bay Police, they keep saying that there's no issues here. It's business as usual. They've said that.
This is the McIntyre River, where most of the bodies have been found. I feel targeted just because I'm First Nation. It's scary sometimes, like even when someone just looks at you, it's like you don't know what they're thinking, you don't know. And it's scary sometimes.
I'm a dad of 2 young girls, and I worry about them when they go out. And I'm sure other families have those concerns as well, that people should be able to walk freely in the streets of Thunder Bay without fearing for their safety.
So there's this stereotype that all natives are drug abusers. We're just gonna end up back on the reserve. But if they could see what goes on in our school, just to give them a better understanding, then maybe there would be less racism, or we'd be less targeted. We're just like everyone else.